Hello, Keziah here. Fellow Ghanaian, after 68 years of independence and 30 years after the Beijing Declaration, can you be your own Burkina Faso now? Yeah. It has been 68 solid years since our forebears, led by Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, declared to the world that Ghana was free forever. We were the first sub-Saharan African nation to break the shackles of colonial rule, setting a precedent for many others. It has been 30 years since the world gathered in Beijing to reaffirm the rights and equality of women. Yet today, we must ask ourselves, have we truly unshackled our minds, our economy, and our people? Can we, each as individuals, be our own Burkina Faso now? To be your own Burkina Faso, to be my own Burkina Faso, is to be fearless. It is to be independent, not just in word, but in action. It is to embrace the revolutionary spirit of Thomas Sankara, a leader who transformed his nation in just four years. It is to stand against corruption, inefficiency, and mediocrity, refusing to accept that our destiny is one of dependence and stagnation. We have been free for 68 years, yet the shadows of our colonial past still linger. Our economic policies remain tethered to foreign interests. Our natural resources, from gold to cocoa, are still largely controlled by multinational corporations. Our youth struggle for meaningful employment, while the dream of prosperity remains elusive to many. What of the Beijing Declaration? It championed gender equality, urging nations to empower women in leadership, education, economic participation. Have we, as a nation, truly embraced that vision? Women continue to fight for equal opportunities in politics and business. Their potential often curtailed by outdated systems. How can we rise as a nation if half of our population is held back? Furthermore, let us look at the role of our religious leaders. Have they been shepherds of the people, or have they become new colonial masters, dictating rather than guiding? Religion should be a force for unity, empowerment, and enlightenment. It should not be used as a tool of fear, control, or blind obedience. Our spiritual leaders must stand for justice, speak truth to power, and uplift the people, rather than amass wealth and demand loyalty. Loyalty is a one-sided venture. The time has come for a religious awakening, one that truly serves the people and not the privileged few. How do women and the youth thrive in such an environment? The answer lies in resilience, education, and collective action. And this education I'm referring to is not the one being taught in our classrooms. Women must continue to demand their rightful place in decision-making spaces, break barriers in male-dominated industries, and support each other through mentorship and empowerment programs. The youth must harness their power. Youth, arise, harness your power, the power of technology, innovation, and entrepreneurship to create opportunities where none exist. You must refuse to be spectators in governance and economic matters, and instead claim yours in shaping the future of the country. As a nation, We must create policies that provide equal opportunities for women and youth in education, employment, and even leadership. We must dismantle the systems that perpetuate inequality and dependency. Thriving in such an environment requires boldness, strategic alliances, and a commitment to progress no matter the obstacles. Yet we cannot speak of progress without addressing the fundamental pillars of any thriving nation. That is education and healthcare. How can we upgrade and tailor these systems when even malaria still claims lives and child mortality rate is still high? The answer lies in prioritization and accountability. We must invest in modern healthcare infrastructure, expand access to quality medical services, and strengthen preventive measures such as sanitation, vaccination, and health education. Our leaders must ensure that resources allocated to health and education are not lost to corruption but serve the people as intended. Education must be restructured to meet the demands of the 21st century. We must equip our youth with critical thinking skills, not just going through the school. They finish university, and yet, aside the certificate, there is nothing equipping them to live life. We must equip our youth with critical thinking skills, technical expertise, and entrepreneurial training, rather than outdated curricula that leave them unprepared for the real life. Health and education should not be privileges for the few, but rights for all. Only by ensuring a strong, healthy, and educated populace can we truly claim to be free and self-reliant. So, my fellow Ghanaian, can you be your own Burkina Faso? To do so is to take ownership of your destiny. It is to build you with your own hands, to innovate with our own minds, and to govern with integrity whilst we demand accountability. It is to move beyond rhetoric and embrace the spirit of self-sufficiency. Let us produce what we consume, agriculture. Gone are the days that we thought agriculture was for the uneducated. Let us invest in our own people, in education, in technology, and in sustainable industries. Let us empower our women, not as a mere slogan, but as a strategic necessity for national growth. Aren't we tired of the awareness? After the conferences, what next? Let's move away from the awareness into action. If we each become our own Burkina Faso, if we each choose courage, integrity, and self-reliance, then and only then will Ghana rise to its true potential. The power is in our hands, not in distant hands of foreign aid. It is time to reclaim our revolutionary spirit. May we rise with the strength of our forefathers. May we act with the urgency of today. And may we march forward, not just as Ghanaians, but as architects of our own future. Long live Ghana. Long live our revolution of the mind. The battle is in the mind. If each of us would arise and take hold of our lives, together we will achieve much. Administrations will come and go, but we, the people of Ghana, have a role to play in our own lives. If the systems are beautiful for us, it is easier. But until that happens, do we fold our hands and wait and pray and thinking somebody somewhere will someday arise and do something for us? Let's arise and take hold of our lives in our own small way. watch another video from my channel. Until I come your way again in my next video, I say much love and bless.